There is no better time than now to actually begin what you're trying to do. There's no better time. A lot of us are still trying to figure things out. We're like, damn, what should we do? Where should we go? How should we proceed? And what I'm going to tell you is, I've been looking at a lot of successful people, and what they all have in common is none of them have an exact way of how they became successful. All each and every successful person will tell you is, I was just consistent. I just did the work, showed up each and every single day, did what I was supposed to do, and just worked towards that specific idea I had in mind. But the thing that separates people like that and people who are average, people who live their regular lives without actually following something, is they don't have the ability to stick to something, to keep their head down and just consistently just work towards that thing over and over and over again. If you look at everybody who has became successful, they're not going to tell you, oh, I went to this guy, then I did this after, then I walked over here, no. There's no blueprint to success. There's no blueprint to anything, in all seriousness. The whole idea of successful people is they had to figure it out. And I know you're going to be like, damn, I have to figure this out too. How am I supposed to do it? I don't know. There's no answer. Anybody who's trying to tell you, do this and you will become successful, they're trying to sell you something. They're trying to take your money. They're trying to just sell you a false dream, because, in all seriousness, there is no blueprint to success. There's no blueprint. Someone can completely do nonsense with their life and just completely limit the opportunities they have and somewhat make it because they met an opportunity at the right time. And no, I'm not telling you to waste your time, waste your life, and do all these things that don't benefit you in any way. But what I'm trying to say is, there's no blueprint. You have to figure out your plan, your game plan. You have to make it that you have more of an opportunity, more of a chance to become successful, to actually reach a different level. And for a lot of people, it's hard to actually understand because they're not able to stay consistent. They're not able to look at what they got going on in their lives and focus specifically on themselves. And that's just the truth. Like, if you're a person who has a plan, a project you're working on, stay true to yourself. Keep your head down. And I'm guilty of this. I sometimes get caught up in life and I look at what other people are doing and I get distracted. But what we really need to do is limit our distractions. Why are we getting distracted? Why can't we focus on what our plan is, our game plan? No matter how long that game plan may be, you have to lock in and stay down and stay true to yourself. I feel like that's the beautiful thing about this one time chance you get with life, because a lot of us are stuck comparing ourselves to people, and we're not looking at all the gifts we have, all the opportunities we have. We end up missing the opportunities and plans we have for ourselves because we're stuck looking at other people's lives instead of focusing on our own. So, the main grand scheme of everything I'm trying to say here is, now is the time for you to focus on yourself. Literally block out each and every single kind of distraction. Every time you come across something, it shouldn't even affect you, because you should be like, I got my own thing going on. I have my own dreams I gotta chase. I got my own thing I want to do, and I'm gonna work towards it. And example for this, I know this is gonna sound kind of corny for people who don't watch TV, or like who don't watch anime or all these kinds of things, but most protagonists in the series or in the show, and I know it's a freaking anime, it's a show, it's a cartoon, it's not really comparable to life in every aspect, but it is in some kind of way, to a degree. Like, when you look at the protagonist, the main character, they're not out here shifting on their goals, their perspective. Yes, they grow along the way. They have character development to the point where they learn new things. They might change into a different character, but you're not seeing their main goal shifting every time they come across someone who has something going on for themselves in other aspects. They stay true to themselves and continue to work on their craft. That's what I'm looking at it as. A lot of us are distracted, get consumed by social media, shifting away from our true purpose. Shifting away from our true purpose. And yes, I've told you this before, I'm guilty of that. And what I've learned after actually recollecting myself together and understanding I need to focus on my own things is, yeah, you gotta limit the distractions and lock in on your things you're trying to figure out, because you only get one time to live your life. Do you want to live your life regretting each and every single moment you spent comparing yourself to people who may not even be at the level you think they are? Or do you want to look back and be like, I'm glad I wasn't distracted, I worked hard, and I did things that benefited myself? Me personally, I want option two, because I want to live a life where I'm doing things that benefit people and myself in the long grand scheme of everything. But yeah, if you can get one thing from this video, I want you to understand that you are where you want to be. You are where you have to be in order for you to go to where you're supposed to be. You are where you have to be in order for you to go to where you're supposed to be. It's either you're not putting in enough work or you're still growing gradually. So don't be too hard on yourself. Just lock in, focus, stop getting distracted. That's all I really got to say for this video. If you guys are new to this channel, like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys for all the support. Take care. Stay blessed, y'all.